Well, hello everyone. This is Randy from Harmon Outdoors. Again, we're going to do a little modifying on this log splitter today. When I made the video of cutting the 4 pieces at one time, making that wedge, I think right now I have over 16,000 views. But I cut well over 4 cord this year, but I had the other motor on for several years. But all of a sudden I noticed it was leaking some oil, and it never locked down, but there was a crack, about a 3-inch crack in the aluminum block where it was leaking oil. All the bolts were tight, so it's not from vibration, so I don't know exactly what had happened. But I bought this motor, built hard, bought it from Amazon. I think the motor and shipping, everything I think it cost about $190. But the one thing I noticed, the shaft is on the other side. So when I spin this motor around where the recoil is right now, it's going to be up against my hydraulic cylinder. But there is another area down here where I could be able to change the recoil. Instead of pulling from the top, it'll pull over towards the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, show you how to do it. We're going to go ahead and mount the motor. Again, it's a brand new motor. I'm going to prove to myself that it's going to split, but then I'm probably going to then let it run for like an hour just to let the motor itself break in. This is my beautiful dog, Isabel. She's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Wonderful dog, loves everybody. But let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I always use when working on stuff is I use this magnetic bowl to be able to keep all my parts in, so you don't drop them, lose them, have them fall on the ground and not find them, or take forever to find them. So I got that over here. So let's go ahead. I think it takes 3 of these bolts to be able to take the recoil off. The other thing I invested in this past week, and I've been watching a lot of videos on people that start up in YouTube, which I'm one of them. And they said probably your first couple videos you are going to think that are very not high quality, of course, and you're going to try and find different things that you need. Now today, for example, it's a very windy day, and on some of my videos you heard a lot of the whining sound because of the wind blowing. So I went ahead and bought a microphone this past week that is supposed to muffle down any outside noise caused by the wind. So we're going to give that a try and see how it works. So let me get this last bolt out. Oh, they have a 4th one. All right, I thought there might be a 4th one, but let's go ahead and loosen that. I have it on a brick like this just for viewers to be able to see it correctly. Usually a lot of this stuff I would do right inside my shop, but I didn't want to take up a whole lot of time to be able to show you. All right, so right here is the recoil. So again, right now I pull it from this side, but if I did, it's going to be up inside the hydraulic cylinder. But there's another one right here where I can be able to put it. So you're wondering, well, my goodness, how do you get it there? Well, on these, on the handle that you pull on one side or the other, which is this side, you go ahead and you lift this out. Now get enough of it so you don't let go and have it sit there and spin around. And there's going to be a knot. And sure enough, there it is. So let's go ahead and take that knot out. Right now, the weather here in the mountains is just beautiful. Every night in the evening, it's getting down to, in the upper 30s. So I've been using the fireplace every night. And today and the rest of this week, it's supposed to get up in the 70s. So that's beautiful. Beautiful for November. All right, so right now I got the knot completely out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead without letting go. I'm going to go ahead and take the rubber part out. And I have to now transfer it down to here. So I'm going to let go on the inside, although holding it, of course. I'm going to take it, spin it around, and put it through the other hole. All right, there we go for that. Then you take your handle, feed it back through, just like that. Take this part of it, come through there. Then you're going to tie a knot. Feed that back in so it's nice. It fits nice and snug. Put that up like that. There you go. So now I'll be able to pull from this other side. So that worked out pretty good. So let's go ahead and put this all back together. I'm not going to tighten it all the way down just yet. Just make sure I can get them all in. That's two. The one nice thing about this motor too that I wanted to make sure, if for some reason it runs low on oil, it'll automatically just shut off. So that's what I'm happy about. That'll prevent anything from locking up and ruining the motor, or the engine, I should say. All right, so that's on. Let's go ahead and take my ratchet and just snug them down. All right, so that's all four. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mount this motor to the frame. So again, if you remember before, the engine that I had, that the gas tank had rusted out, and I had built this frame to put a larger gas tank on. So we won't need that anymore. So I can go ahead and take this off for right now, but I'm going to go ahead and use the gas in all my engines, all my small engines at all. I use non-ethanol gas. And for all of you that may not realize it, ethanol gas has like a syrup in it that will, if you don't use it all the time, it will plug up your carburetor and do a lot of bad stuff to your engines. So I would always recommend all your lawnmowers, your weed eaters, everything, use non-ethanol gas. All right, so let's go ahead and place this onto the frame. All right, right now that's in place, and I'm going to go ahead and put the 4 bolts in. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt because you have to get in between like a half-inch space to put the nuts on. But let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go to the other side. All right, there's one. Two. Three. And 4. Let me go ahead and move this brick out of the way. Now let me try and get the nuts on. So because it is such a beautiful day, my wife is coming out now, and she's going to pull up what's left of the garden and throw it over the bank, kind of put everything away for next year. Of course, I'm using a nylon locking nuts so they don't loosen up. I already got the first one on. I haven't tightened it down yet. All right, second one's on. Let me go to the other side. This is where it gets a little tricky because I have to reach in further than what my actual fingers can reach. All right, let's attempt it again. They are a pain to get to. All right, got all 4 of them on. Let me go ahead and tighten them down. One thing too, when they send you these engines, they send it with no oil in it. So always make sure that you check the oil before running it. All right. So let's go ahead and put gas in it. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna split 1 or 2 pieces of wood, but then I'm gonna just let it run for about an hour, just idling, let the motor break in, change the oil out, and then it'll be ready to go to work. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this plate. I might, I'm not quite sure. I could either take it off or leave it, maybe put a cover on it and keep a couple tools in there that I might need. And again, this is a brand new engine. I have not ran it, started it at all. So for this engine, this is a little learning experience for me as well. But it says here, you turn this, is the gas on. Start it is that way, and here's your throttle. So we'll try and give it just a little bit of throttle in there and see what happens. And I got to make sure it's on. Okay, so it's on, the choke is on, and the gas is on. So again, it works fantastic. This is a 212cc motor. It's by a Built Hard. It's a 7.0 horsepower. So the engine runs good. Again, I love this log splitter. It's been working fantastic for me. Back about, I don't know, 3 years ago, I redid everything on it, changed out all the hoses. Now we have a new engine on it, so it should last me, hopefully, the rest of my life. But again, this is Randy from Harmon Outdoors. I have a bunch of videos, again, that'll be coming out. So please go down and subscribe so that you can get all the latest videos that I do have and the upcoming ones. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.